top them with a generous scoop of our homemade sauce. Hello everyone! Today I'm going to share a classic and highly popular dish in Chinese household. Noodles with soybean paste. We call it zhajiangmian. This dish is a regular feature on the dinner tables of families in northern China. If you ever visited Beijing, chances are you've already tasted this noodle dish. Yes, it originated in Beijing before gradually gaining popularity across the whole country, especially in northern China. When it comes to eating habits, there's an interesting phenomenon in China. People in the north are particularly fond of wheat-based food like noodles and steamed buns, while those in the south have a strong preference for rice. Of course, this difference can be attributed to variations in geographical locations and climatic conditions, which lead to different crops being grown and in turn shape distinct dietary preferences. But there's an even more amusing observation about the north-south dietary divide. As someone who's a native northerner and has also worked and lived in the south for over a decade, I've noticed that while northerners love wheat-based foods, we also eat rice quite often. However, if you ask a southerner to eat noodles for just 2 consecutive meals, I can tell you with certainty, it would feel like torture to them. This is no joke, it's a fact. Alright, I will wrap it down for long enough. When it comes to food, I just can't stop talking. Okay, now, let's get back to our star dish, zhajiangmian. First off, let's get our ingredients ready. Now, wheat flour, water, pork, scallions, plenty of scallions, and star anise, rapeseed oil, cucumber, flat beans, red skin radish, carrots, and seasonings, dried yellow soybean paste, sweet soybean paste, and salt. First, let's knead the dough. If you watched my dumpling recipe before, this step is exactly the same as making dumpling dough. Add water, gradually to form shaggy dough pieces. Then, knead them into a smooth ball. Now, let the dough rest for a while to make it softer and more pliable. Alright, now let's start prepping the ingredients. We need to blanch the carrots and flat beans in boiling water. Next up, We're moving on to the most crucial step of today, making the sauce. The soul of zhajiangmian. This process will take quite a while, about an hour. We will need to stir the sauce constantly throughout to prevent it from burning. Okay, now let's get started. First, here comes the secret ratio for the sauce. Combine dried yellow soybean paste and sweet soybean paste in a bowl. Then, pour in the yellow rice wine to loosen the paste. This will make the sauce smoother and take the sauce's flavor to the next level. Now, mix them well. Typically, we just mix it with our hands directly. Next, heat the wok over medium heat and add a generous amount of rapeseed oil. Toss in the star anise and let it sizzle for about 30 seconds until it releases a reach. Then, add the scallions and let their aromatic flavor infuse into the oil. When you see the ingredients turn slightly browned, the seasoned oil is done. Then, fish out the ingredients. We just need its flavor in the oil. Next, add the diced pork into the wok. Stir fry vigorously until the pork turns from pink to light brown and all the excess fat renders out. This step is key. We want the pork to be crispy on the edges, not saggy. Pour the mixed paste into the wok with the pork. Stir constantly, and I mean non-stop, and the sauce simmers on low heat. The heat has to stay low, otherwise the sauce will burn at the bottom of the wok in no time. As we stir, you will notice the sauce start to thicken and bubble gently. Keep going for about 50 minutes. Yes, it's a long wait, but trust me, every second is worth it. The aroma will fill your kitchen, and the sauce will turn glossy, deep brown color. Finally, when the sauce is thick enough to coat the back of a spoon, turn off the heat. Sprinkle chopped scallions on top. Give it one last stir, and our homemade zhajiang sauce is done. Next, let's move on to making the noodles. Grab the rested dough and roll it out into a thin, even sheet on a floured surface. Then, fold the sheet like a fan. Slice it into thin strips. And gently shake them apart to prevent sticking. Now, bring a large pot of water to a rolling boil, and a pinch of salt to the water. Toss the fresh noodles into the boiling water and stir them with chopsticks right away to separate the strands. Let the noodles cook for about 5 minutes. Here comes the fun part, assembling the perfect bowl of zhajiangmian. Place the noodles in a big bowl. arrange the blanched, shredded veggies, cucumber, red-skinned radish, flat beans, and carrots. Top them with a generous scoop of our homemade sauce. Grab your chopsticks. Mix everything up thoroughly, making sure every strand of noodle is coated with that glossy, savory sauce. The crunch of the fresh veggies pairs perfectly with the rich, umami flavor of the sauce. Now, take a big bite. That's the taste of a classic northern Chinese home-cooked simple meal. Hearty and absolutely delicious. Thank you for watching today's recipe. If you liked this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. See you next time.